औज़ुबिल्लाहिमिनश्शैतानिर्रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स, मैं हूं सैयद ताहिर और आप देख रहे हैं मेरा यूट्यूब चैनल। सबसे पहले कहना था कि नया वीडियो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लें और साथ बेल आइकन का बटन भी प्रेस कर लें ताकि आपको तमाम वीडियोस पहुंचती रहें। स्टूडेंट्स, आज मैं आपको फर्स्ट ईयर के पेपर बायोलॉजी के द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन बताने लगा हूँ, द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट शॉर्ट क्वेश्चंस। तो शुरू करते हैं। पहले है यूनिट वन का फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन पॉपुलेशन एंड कम्युनिटी। क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 इज हाउ डज थ्योरी डिफर फ्रॉम द लॉ, एंड क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 इज व्हाट इज इंटीग्रेटेड डिजीज मैनेजमेंट, एंड नंबर 4 इज डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन chemotherapy, radiotherapy and gene therapy. Question number 5 is what is hydroponic technique? Give its importance. And question number 6 is write a note on vaccination. And question number 7 is define biome with an example. And next is question number 8, define phyletic lineage and biodiversity. And question number 9 is differentiate between deductive reasoning and inductive reasoning. Next है students unit number 2 का question number 1 है define biochemistry, give its importance. Question number 2 is define lipids, and number 3 is give two roles of vaccines differentiated between saturated and unsaturated fatty acid. Students, next question number 4 is give the structure of lecithin. Next है unit number 3 question number 1, what is the active site of an enzyme. Question number 2 is differentiate between apoenzyme and haloenzyme. Question number 3 is what are cofactor and activator of enzyme. And question number 4 is how does an enzyme accelerate a metabolic reaction. And students, question number 5 is write 4 characteristics of enzymes. And question number 6 is what is induced fit model, who proposed this model. And question number 7 is how does high temperature affect enzyme activities. Next is question number 8, what is the role of pH in enzyme action. Question number 9, give optimum pH values for any two enzyme actions. And next is question number 10, what are enzyme inhibitors, give two examples. And next is question number 11, differentiate between reversible and irreversible enzyme inhibitors. Next is question number 12, differentiate between competitive and non-competitive enzyme inhibitors. Students, next is unit number 4. Write down salient features of cell theory. And question number 2 is differentiate between phagocytosis and pinocytosis. And number 3 is give chemical composition of primary and secondary cell wall. And students, question number 4 is give 3 functions of smooth endoplasmic reticulum. And number 5 is define storage diseases with 2 examples. And number 6 is what is location of centrioles in the cell and what is their role. Question number 7 is differentiate between chromoplast and leucoplast. And question number 8 is differentiate between cisterna and clystra. And question number 9 is what are peroxisome, polysome and ribosome. Next is students unit number 5, define species and virology with examples. Question number 2 is give biological classification of corn. And question number 3 is what is binomial nomenclature. And next is question number 4, what are 2 rules of nomenclature. And number 5 is what are prions. Students, next is question number 6, differentiate between lytic phase and lysogenic phase. And question number 7 is write down symptoms and prevention of hepatitis. Students, next is unit number 6. Write 4 postulates of germ theory. And question number 2 is what are lysosomes? Describe their functions. Number 3 is write misuse of antibiotics. And number 4 is what type trichomes. Number 5 is give the structure and function of heterocytes. And number 6 is what are superglue, green, LG, give its importance. Students, next is unit number 7. What are conoflagellates? Number 2 is what are trichonymphs, give their importance. Number 3 is write 2 characteristics of ciliates. Number 4 is differentiate between micronucleus and macronucleus. Number 5 is differentiate between foraminiferous and actinopods. Question number 6 is what are epicomplexans? Give example. And next is question number 7. How algae differ from plants? How algae differ from plants? And next is what are reptiles? And 9 is give structure and function of diatoms. Also write 3 characteristics of diatoms. And next is question number 10. What are kelps? And number 11 is name the parts of thallus of a kelp. Number 12 is green algae are considered ancestral organisms of green land plants. And next is 13. What is chlorella? Give its significance. And 14 is what is importance of algae. Students, next is unit number 8. Question number 1 is what are lichens? Give their ecological importance. And number 2 is differentiate between karyokimi and plasmogamy. And number 3 is differentiate between rust and smudges. And number 4 is what is budding and parasexuality. Number 5 is what are toad stools? Give example. And number 6 is what is histoplasmosis? Give its causes. Next question number 7 है give scientific name of yeast used in genetic research. And question number 8 is define hyphae, give their 2 types. And 9 is what is microhyphae, give its importance. And number 10 is what are diaprotic hyphae. Students, next is unit number 9. And first question is what bryophytes plants are, why bryophytes plants are called amphibious plants. And question number 2 is how spores of mosses differ from spores of liverworts. And number 3 is what is alternation of generation. Number 4 is why sphenopsida are called arthrophytes. And next is differentiate between microphylus and megaphylus. And next is number 6, define double fertilization in angiosperms, give its importance. And students, last question is differentiate between monocot stem and dicot stem. Students, ये तो थे द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन फर्स्ट 9 चैप्टर्स के. बाकी जो 5 चैप्टर्स के द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन है वो मैं इंशाल्लाह आपको नेक्स्ट वीडियो में बताऊंगा. अपना बहुत ज़्यादा ख्याल रखिएगा. अल्लाह हाफिज़.